Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another interview on the Southern Cross Combat channel. I'm your host, Joel Rasmussen, and today, ahead of his fight at the time of recording tomorrow, and hopefully at the time of you're watching this tomorrow, I'm talking to Mr. Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg, the former title challenger at 125 pounds, and the number 10 ranked UFC flyweight in the world. He's taking on Ode Osbourne after having two opponents switch ups. Tomorrow, this weekend at UFC Vegas. I think it's like 109 or something. It's at the Apex. It's always good talking to Steve. It's always a laugh. I always love talking to Steve. We just kind of take the piss throughout this interview, have a laugh, have some jokes about some different stuff. We talk about the pressure that's coming, on a 3-fight skid that's never good. We talk about how he's kind of feeling that, how he's coping with it, his thoughts on Ode, how Ode ended up being his opponent. We also talk about his favorite types of carbs and ways to get carbohydrates, how he's going to move for the tax breaks. And what else do we talk about? We talk about some weird, we're a little bit all over the place. Not in a bad way, just like it's a lot of fast jokes with Steve. If you enjoy it, please do like, comment, subscribe. It really does help out the channel. And without further ado, here's my interview with Steve Erceg. G'day, it's Joel Rasmussen from Southern Cross Combat, and ahead of his fight that is finally happening, I'm talking to Mr. Steve Erceg. Steve, I thank you very much for the time. How are you today?
I'm very good, thank you.
It's always good to see you. Where are you right now? The hotel seems nice.
Yeah, I'm in Vegas, Palace Station Hotel, and yeah, it's a hotel room. It seems nice enough.
It does. It does seem nice enough.
Yeah,
Do you know if Ode is he from Vegas?
I believe he is. Yeah.
All right. So he's not in the hotel with you. You can't like call his room at the middle of the night to wake him up.
Look, I'm calling people's rooms. I just don't know if it's his. So somebody's gonna be upset.
Ordering room service to other people's rooms, just making a
I'm
general
trying,
muck.
yeah, I'm trying to set people's alarms for really early in the morning to disrupt their sleep.
Dude, it's a psychological game fighting.
Yeah.
I bring up Ode. He is the third man who has signed the contract to fight you. If we can go all the way back to when it was Alex Perez, how did we get here? What has the process of getting this opponent been like for you?
Yeah, so Alex Perez, well, I woke up early one morning getting ready for training. I checked my messages and Alex Perez messaged me on Instagram and he said, "Sorry, brother, I've hurt myself, can't make the fight. Good luck, blah, blah." So I knew that fight was off. And then later in the day, I got a call from the UFC and they offered me Park. Um, I had that fight for maybe 3 days. And then he got put on the Tara card and I got offered Ode. So that was the events that unfolded.
Now, from my perspective as a non-fighter, the concept of having opponents switch like that seems hectic and upsetting and very difficult. Uh, how was it for you? How have you been kind of handling the repeated opponent switches?
There was lots of crying for sure. I was distressed. No, it was fine. Like, yeah, it doesn't bother me. It's happened so often to me that it's just part of fighting. Yeah, I know when I get that call that they're gonna have somebody probably on the other that's already said yes, and I still have the date. So what do I care?
What do you make of Ode as a fighter?
Yeah, I mean he's good. He's explosive. He's a southpaw, so that's always tricky. And he hits hard. So I got to make sure that I mind my P's and Q's early. I think the later it goes, the more dominant I'll look.
There is this went from fighting a guy in the rankings to now a guy who is out of the rankings. And although that's how people progress, like if you're coming out of the rankings, you fight in to go into it. There is a difference between fighting a ranked guy and an unranked guy. Uh, do you say, as the fight goes on, it'll be more dominant? What do you think that kind of difference is between you and Ode, those two levels of guy?
Um, I think usually it's a depth of understanding of the sport. So he, I think, has a very good understanding of striking, and then he has an understanding of grappling. Whereas the higher you go, the deeper the full arsenal of MMA your understanding has to be. And so I think that um, if I made it a purely kickboxing fight, it would be harder. This fight would be harder than it had to be. So I have to use all of my skills and show that, yeah, I have more tools.
And with those opponent switches, does that change your preparation much?
It changes what I'm looking to do during rounds and stuff. So like my training schedule will be the same. Um, I might do more rounds with different training partners, stuff like that. Like most of the time, I don't fly anybody in, like I have done. But it's not a common thing that I do, the flying training partners or anything like that. So I have lots of guys in the gym, and if I know I'm fighting a southpaw, I just spar more of the southpaws. Or if I know that I'm fighting a wrestler, I'll choose one of the guys that is a wrestler in the gym. So it doesn't really change too much.
Was there ever a thought when you're two or three opponent switches in where you go, maybe I'll just sit this one out. Maybe I'll just fight someone else later.
Um, I thought that potentially they might say, "Hey, look, why don't we just push it back to Perth?" But I'm not going to be the one to say, "Hey, I don't want to fight." Like it just, yeah, it doesn't compute, I guess. I don't want to be that guy. So if they want me on this date, I'll be on this date.
Was there any, I wanted to ask about the Perth card. Was there any, were you surprised maybe even not with a pushback, but like this fight gets announced for the date it is and then they announce Perth later? Were you ever like, why not put me on Perth, dude?
I don't think people like flying to Perth. So um, they get yeah. If the higher ranked you go, I feel like if people aren't fighting for something, I guess they get first of all they get taxed a whole heap in Australia, so that sucks for people. Um, and yeah, the flight is a killer. So I think, and honestly, the weigh-ins, the way they do the weigh-ins too, people don't like the way the weigh-ins work in Perth. So I think all of that combined, people don't want to come over, and that probably plays a big factor.
The weigh-ins in Perth, it's you only get one shot to weigh in, right?
Yeah, and then the amount of time you have between weighing in and the fight um, is a lot shorter. So it's like you have exactly 24 hours, and for uh, Vegas, you have it's like 36. You get extra 12 hours.
How do you feel about those kind of differences?
Look, I understand, I think why they're doing it. I think they're trying to stop people from cutting as drastic a weight. I think no, there's no way you can stop weight cutting and stop people doing dangerous things to themselves. So I personally like the 36 hours because I want to eat as much food as possible and feel as good as I can. Um, but yeah, honestly, I see why they're doing it. It's just it doesn't work, I don't think.
Talking about the taxes, not to turn this into like a tax conversation. It's something I hadn't like. I knew about people flying into Perth got hit hard with the tax. That was a whole thing for the last UFC Perth card. Uh, but then I thought about it before we did this interview. You and I have talked about it heaps. You're a man who is no stranger to the 50K bonus. How did your taxes work when that happened? When you won the 50K, were you like, yes? Oh no, I'm getting hit like way harder now.
Um, so now it doesn't matter because I pay the same amount of tax no matter what, or the same bracket, I guess. Whereas early on, it changed it slightly, but I am never going to complain about being given more money. That won't happen.
I was just about to say we might be one answer away from unveiling tax fraud here. So I understand if you have to be careful
Yes.
about this.
I'm moving to the Cayman Islands. That's my next big move.
Yeah, dude. Steve Erceg fighting out of where do the Pauls live?
I don't even know.
I don't know, what is it? It's Puerto
Wasn't
Rico.
Andrew Tate and stuff? Andrew Tate and stuff. They live in Romania.
Yeah, dude. Steve Erceg
Yeah.
fighting out of Romania, dude. That's a change I didn't see coming.
Yeah. Big moves are happening right now.
Yeah, dude. Money moves, big money moves.
Yeah.
Now, not to bring it down a little bit, but uh, you're a man who went on that tear on the UFC. You build that momentum. You show kind of who you are. You earn that opportunity to fight Pantoja. Uh, Great fight. But obviously, you prefer to win. You always prefer to win fights. Uh, it hasn't been. I haven't had a lot of luck recently. Not good. That's something you weren't used to. You know, nearly every time you'd walk to the cage before that, it had ended with your hand getting raised. How kind of has that been, and how have you been dealing with losses?
Yeah, so I mean, losing sucks, but just because my record was good doesn't mean I don't lose constantly. Lose in the gym. I've had plenty of wrestling and jiu-jitsu comps, lost there. I've lost amateur fights. I've lost a pro fight before my current run. I've lost plenty. So it's like knowing how to lose and not to dwell on that too much, I think is important. Try to learn from them is the most important, and recognizing that everybody loses. Even Floyd Mayweather has lost. He just hasn't lost in his pro boxing record.
What have been the biggest lessons you've taken from your last few fights?
Yeah, I guess I've been putting a few of my opponents on a pedestal, knowing that they have been around for so long, and oh, this guy I've been watching on TV for this long, and I've been expecting them to have something that I don't have, a technique or yeah, a quality that I don't have. And it turns out none of that exists. They're exactly the same as me. I know all the techniques that they know. I'm as tough as them, and I need to start realizing that.
There's this thing that I think is happening. It's happened. It has happened with you, and it's still there as more UFC Aussie guys get into the UFC. I think you'll appreciate this turn of phrase as a former wrestling fan. The guys get over. And I think you have gotten over in a big way. Quillan Salkilled is in the process of getting over in a big way. Uh, you talk about putting those guys on a pedestal in a certain way now, especially to fans. You are now that. There's like Steve Erceg fan accounts now, and people make posts about you. How has that been to like see, and what is that like for you?
It's Yeah, wild. I mean, the the weirdest one for me, I think, is the fact that I can go and put on my phone, I can put a GIF of myself onto things, which is so weird. Yeah, so yeah, it's very cool. But yeah, it's weird to think that a lot of people know who I am.
Has there been a situation where you've used the GIF of yourself?
I don't personally know, but like my partner will send it to me randomly, or yeah, it'll get used randomly sometimes.
Is there one particular GIF of yourself that gets used? Or just she just send you a
Uh,
video of you knocking someone out?
no, it's usually the one of me at the press conference for Perth, like next to Izzy and stuff like that, for whatever reason. That's the one that seems to get used a lot. I see that one all the time.
You're in like the nice coat in that one, aren't you?
I am, yes.
That is the
It's not
nice.
actually a nice coat. It's just like it's from like Temu or something like that, but it looks nice.
They all come from the same place. You pulled it off well. That's what I remembered. I was
Ah,
like, he was in a nice coat in that GIF.
thank you very much.
Little did you know, I'm evidently the one contributing all these GIFs. If I can have like photographic memory of them.
Hey, somebody has to do it. If
Listen,
that's your
bro.
thing,
We were
yeah.
talking off camera before it started. We've all got a gimmick. My
Yes.
gimmick is that I make GIFs. Apparently that's my thing.
Very nice.
I've seen in other interviews some other things you've spoken about. Uh, there is like a bit of pressure that comes with this fight, of in terms of breaking that streak, getting back in the win column, proving reminding everyone who you are. How are you dealing with that? How are you feeling about the pressure?
Yes, I think just yeah, not dwelling on it is important. Like at the end of the day, you can't control anything but yourself. So uh, that's what I'm going to focus on.
Something I wanted to talk to you about. I saw you do recently. And you mentioned it just before. You did compete in a BJJ comp. In Perth recently. Uh, how did that come to be? Why did you decide to jump into the BJJ comp?
I used to compete all the time in wrestling, jiu-jitsu, and then when I got into the UFC, I was like, oh, if I get injured, I'm like the world's biggest idiot. Obviously, I'm making a paycheck and stuff like that, so I didn't want to jeopardize my health, I guess. And the more I've been here in the UFC, it's like I really enjoy doing those comps, and I feel like I like the nerves of competing. I get to experience more often by competing in the jiu-jitsu comps and wrestling comps and stuff like that. So, yeah, I mean, I'm going to start doing more of them.
Is it comparable, the feelings pre jiu-jitsu comp compared to pre MMA fight?
Yeah, it is comparable. Like you still go through the butterflies thinking, why am I doing this? I'm an idiot and all that nonsense. It's obviously not quite as um, intense, I guess, but it's pretty close.
Do you ever like accidentally go to drop an elbow and you're like, oh, wait a minute, can't do that?
No, but sometimes I'll be rolling and like they'll just like turtle up or defend, like be super defensive, and they won't give me anything. And all I can think of is, man, if I could punch you, you'd open up pretty quick. Yeah,
Turn to the ref, you're like, stand him up, stand us up. We're not doing anything.
yeah. So I'm
Did
the opposite. If we're standing up for too long, I'm like, sit us down, ref, sit us down.
this isn't what people came to see.
That's it. That's it.
Did uh did you have any moments? Because as we mentioned before, you are a guy now that is famous. I'll use the F word. I don't know if you're comfortable with the F word. Are you comfortable with the F word of famous?
I won't use it myself, but I'm happy with other people using it.
All right, well, I'll use it for you. Don't worry, I got you. You are the
Thanks.
F word now of famous, especially in combat sports scenes. When you were at the BJJ comp, were there people coming up being like, "Oh my God, dude, that's Steve Erceg."
Yeah, for sure. The weirdest one is so I lost in the absolute division, and I was livid. So I've gone off, tried not to kick and punch a wall and all that sort of stuff. I just want to be alone. And then, sorry, Steve, can I please get a photo? Yeah, all right, you can have a photo. Trying to be a good person while being super angry.
Was
Yeah.
it like a kid or was it like an adult?
Now as an adult. Yeah, kids,
Bro.
I'm obviously like, I want to give them the best experience possible. And I do with adults too, but I think it's more important for kids
Oh,
to be a good role
absolutely.
model. Yeah.
Absolutely important for kids. If it's an adult, you can kind of get away with like, yeah, let's get a photo, and then you get like the body lock on him, and you're like, I hate you. I hate you.
Yeah.
Who was the guy in the absolute division? Was it like a mountain of a man?
Nah, I think it was like 85 kilos or something. He was
Uh,
really good, apparently. Yeah.
apparently.
No excuses. He was just better than I was.
uh, was that in the gi or not in the gi?
Nah, no gi.
What are
I
your
haven't done
thoughts
the
on the
gi
gi?
for a while. I used to do gi all the time. Up until purple belt, I did plenty of gi comps. I think I've done one brown belt gi comp, but yeah, I haven't done gi in a while.
Do you now like hate the gi? You're disgusted by
Yeah,
it?
it's gross. It's gross. I don't like people grabbing me. You can grab my like like a little guy, so like obviously all the big guys want to slow you down. I don't like that. Stop touching me.
So true, dude. Me entering the BJJ comp. Why is everyone touching me? This is
Yeah.
weird. This is strange, dude. This is weird.
Yeah.
Talking about being a little guy, this fight, two flyweights fighting at bantamweight. Uh, how do we feel about it being at bantamweight? How is that slightly different for you?
Hey, if every flyweight was willing to fight me at bantamweight, I'd be a happy man. I get to eat so much more food. It's just a more enjoyable process, not being yeah, so worried about the weight and having to be so strict.
I read a thing that was maybe got a particular fondness for sweet potatoes.
Not that I have a fondness for them, it's just carbs in general. So
Oh,
usually I get to fight week and I have like yeah, I have like the tiny little portion of steak, and that's my whole lunch. And there's no carbs whatsoever. And it's depressing looking at my meals. Whereas this week, I get a little portion of sweet potato or rice. I get like a proper, yeah, it's fantastic.
so not the headline said it's like sweet potato specifically.
I don't know where this headline is that's making me sound like a sweet potato fiend, but it has nothing to do with the sweet potato in general. It's the fact that I'm allowed to eat carbs.
All right,
Yeah.
good. I'm glad we cleared that up because there was
Yeah.
some discourse online about the sweet potato.
Because obviously white potato is better than sweet potato.
That dude, that's the
And it's
official
not
take.
close. It's
That's
not close. I mean,
that's the
yeah. Yeah,
that's the correct
I
take.
would much prefer, so yes, if I'm gonna have a potato as white potato, and rather than sweet potato, just give me pumpkin. It's basically the same
Oh,
thing.
oh,
It's basically
pumpkin,
the
bro.
same
That's a
thing.
bad take.
Yeah.
Pumpkin
Nah,
icky.
if you roast pumpkin, like you burn it a little bit, delicious.
Dude, pumpkin
Yeah.
icky. Can we get a carb rating? What's your favorite to least favorite carb food?
Potato has to be the best, then rice. Oh, you got sweets and stuff as well. Do they count? Like, how far do you want to go into the carb rating?
Well,
I
we
will
can
go
go
potato
five.
first, sweet potato. Okay.
If you can name five. Actually, don't limit yourself. You do you, Steve.
I don't. Far out. It's too hard. Too
I'm
many
sorry.
variables.
I'm sorry, bro.
I'm gonna upset so many people. I don't know.
The interview structure has changed since you were last here, dude. We do hard-hitting journalism here.
Yeah. Yeah. White potato would be number one. Rice would be number two. Sweet potato would definitely be last. And then I couldn't. What other carbs are there that you'd eat? Bread. Oh, bread is in there too. Bread can be third, and then fourth. I don't know. Let's go for a wrap or something. Wrap can be fourth.
A rap. Talking about rap.
Yeah.
Before we started, you told me I should have,
The
I should get.
segue. Look at this.
I'm a professional, Steve. I'm a professional. Okay, we're both
Obviously.
professionals. Before that's crazy that came up. Before the interview started, you asked me when I started bleaching my hair, and then you said I should shave it and I should go full Slim Shady. Um,
Yeah.
are you a particular rap fan? Because I feel like we've talked about hip hop before, but I don't know if we have.
Obviously I do like Eminem. I do like some of Tupac, but I'm listening to a bit of Australian and UK rap at the moment. So like Killing It and Lizzie and stuff like that. Yeah. Starting to enjoy some of that too.
Very nice. What is it about that those artists that you mentioned? I'm not going to pretend like I know a lot about hip hop, but I don't know if you could
Yeah.
tell, but I'm not a big hip hop guy. I don't know what about me gives it away. But what is it about Lizzie and the other artists that you mentioned that you've been enjoying so much?
I mean, I think just the way they put their lyrics together and stuff, like I don't know, it's they sound good. That's all I would say. The beat's nice and they sound good. And I can understand what they're saying. I think that helps.
Sometimes that's all it needs to be.
Yeah.
Is it
I
sounds
don't like it
nice.
when I don't like it very much when people just make up random words and put it a script, bop, bop. Like, cool, man. Use your words.
Not damn, bro. Not a fan of the ad libs on the rap track.
Nah, not really.
Have you heard the new Hilltop Hood song that in the music video has Volkanovski in it?
No, I haven't. Is it any good?
Steve, I thank you for talking to me today. I haven't heard it either. I've just watched the music video and I was like,
Okay.
I know some of those guys in there.
Yeah. Nah. Yeah, I have not heard it as of yet. I don't know why. I just haven't been compelled to listen to it.
Bro, they should have invited you to be in the music video.
They should have. They should have. I could have rapped along with them.
How good at what is some of your bars? I'm gonna ask you to freestyle like that because I don't want to put the pressure. You can
Thank
if
you
you
very
want.
much. I don't have bars. I've been known as one of the worst singers in history. But like, put me in a music video. I'm sure I'll make it work. The
Dude,
pressure is what I need, I
what
think.
what group music video would you want to be in?
Backstreet Boys for sure.
Oh, dude. Backstreet's back. All right.
Yeah, 100%. That's my jam.
Would you be what like dance move would you bring to the Backstreet Boys music video?
Oh, I'd like kill it with a sprinkler for sure.
Oh, the sprinkler. That's
Yeah,
elite.
yeah. We'd bring it back.
All right, dude. Bro's bringing the sprinkler back. All right.
Yeah.
Uh, Steve, I thank you very much for the time. I have one more for you. Talking about dance moves, I assume there was some dancing happening at this. I don't know. I've never been to an engagement party. But between the last time you and I spoke, you had your engagement party, not got engaged. But how was the engagement party?
Yeah, good. Had a good time. We lots of people. Um had some roast pig and like yeah, did a big uh pig on the spit out the back and that was a good night.
The life of a MMA fighter, especially at the highest level like yourself, is so much like go, 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 grind, grind, grind. You don't necessarily get a chance to kind of chill and maybe have a big celebration of something. How was that to, be surrounded by friends and family and be like, cool, we're actually kind of chilling out for a second?
Um yeah, it's good. I like training, so yeah, anything that takes me away from training is usually yeah, thrown away. But I don't know. It was good as a one-off type thing.
But never again.
Yeah, I would never want to have another engagement party.
Yeah, I
That
was
means I
about to
got
say,
divorced.
I was gonna
Yeah,
say, like, definitely never
yeah,
an engagement party again.
yeah. No, definitely not.
Not to put that pressure on you, on this on camera sense, but is there a date for the wedding yet?
Yes. You want me to tell everybody the address and location?
Well, at least me, dude. I'm waiting for my invite.
We haven't sent them out yet, so you'll get it in the next 5 to 10 business days, I'm sure.
Okay, cool. I appreciate that. And I know
Yeah,
it's coming
no
because you would
worries.
never joke about something like that. Um,
I'm very serious
so am I, dude. I will
about
fly to
everything.
Perth.
Yeah.
Is it going to be in Perth?
Ah, you'll see on the invite.
Oh, dude, I love a mystery. Maybe it'll be no, actually, we know it'll be in Puerto Rico. There's the tax breaks there. We all
You
know.
figured it
You
out.
don't have to pay tax on wedding gifts. I don't know if that's something you have to do. How has it been? Now getting serious now, Steve. Uh, Planning that, as I said, like the whole fight game is like show up, go hard, train, get ready, always be ready. Uh, I talked to heaps of fighters who are engaged or about to get married or whatever about this. Like planning your wedding and booking in a wedding, you have to like, all right, I guess I'm not fighting for the upcoming weeks and this as well. So they had like, how is it now to actually have like planned time off?
I'm dreading it. Yeah. Yeah, I'm gonna train still. Like obviously sparring has to be out for like probably 2 weeks before the wedding. If I have a black eye or a scratch on my face or something, Caitlin will kill me. So um but yeah, again, I like being in the gym. I get anxious when I'm away from the gym. So I obviously am looking forward to getting married and that sort of thing. But as far as like missing training, no, I don't like missing training.
Helen's gonna love this interview, dude.
She hopefully will just yeah, deal with it and move on.
Uh, Steve, I thank you so much for the time. It's always a laugh. I hope you have fun. I always have fun.
No, I did. Thank you very much.
This is, as far as I'm aware, is this your last interview for the whole build up for the fight or just for today?
Uh, Probably just for today, but it might be for the whole build up. We'll see.
Uh, Either way, what does the rest of today look like now that I'm your last interview?
Train, have dinner, go to bed.
Fun.
Yeah, that's the life. I told you, I love training.
Steve Erceg, I thank you so much for the time. It's always a pleasure. Best of luck in the fight. Are you coming straight home after the fight, or are you going to hang out in Vegas?
I'll be here for a couple extra days, but pretty much straight back.
Is there anything you're going to see in those extra days?
We're gonna go to the Grand Canyon.
Ooh,
Yeah, and then we'll yeah try to do some other stuff, but I haven't got everything else planned. But yeah, Grand Canyon for sure.
that's fair. We'll see where the trip takes you.
Exactly. Spontaneity, isn't it brilliant?
Absolutely. Steve, thank you so much for the time. Best of luck in the fight and safe travels home.
Thank you very much. Have a good day.